there, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Sir Alex Ferguson save, and since we last met, we've picked up a few more points in the league and also in the Champions League, plus going through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. We're going to go all through the round, but as always, if you are enjoying the series, hit the thumbs up button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and then tick the little bell icon so you're notified every time a video goes live. So since we last met against United and Valencia, a couple of league wins against Brighton, 2-0 away at the Amex, Edimar and Lauritsen scoring the goals there. Edimar on a bit of a roll so far this season. Beat West Brom 4-1. Lauritsen, Marin, Arp and Mepham own goal. Really kind of solidifying a good win there. And then an absolute barnstormer of a game against Juve away from home. They actually went 2-1 up before half-time and had someone sent off. And that man was Alessandro Bastoni, the former Newcastle United man. Got himself sent off just before the half-hour mark, and we came romping back. Moise Kean back in the side, brought him off the bench and scored the winning goal with about 20 minutes to play. We also went 2 up top in that game as well. We brought Van Hurst on and put him up front with Fetty and yeah, a little bit more firepower going forward. We then came back to league action and a good 2-1 away win at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace. Betty Arp and Teixeira late in the day scoring the goals to get us the win, and Phil Foden making it a little bit nervy with a goal 7 minutes from time, and then a highly rotated side went away to Stoke and a good 3-0 win. Will Perry, Van der Horst and Breland Bolo all with the goals. And as you can see here, people like Josh Cook played, Leif Grieve played as well. And I say, very, very good to see some of those youngsters coming through and playing first team football. Today, we've got Spurs. We've got the second game against Juve. This is how the league and the Champions League look. We are 10 points clear of Spurs. That can go up to 13 if we beat them today. Also 10 points clear of United and West Ham. Further 12 points clear of Brighton, and a massive 13 points clear ahead of Chelsea and Leicester. City back in 8th with 17 points, Liverpool down to 10th with 15 points, and Arsenal going through a relegation battle so far this season, 16th, 9 points, only 3 points away from safety. And as regards to the Champions League, top of our group after that win against Juve, coming back from 2-1 down to win that. And let's say if we win against Juve again in the second game of today's episode, we probably have 1 foot into the next round of the Champions League. Valencia beat Maccabi Haifa and say they're on minus 14 goal difference, so they're getting hammered left, right and centre. Definitely the whipping boys of this group stage. And we've got West Brom in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, and I'll continue to play reserve sides there and just getting some of the boys up to speed who have had a little bit of knocks and niggles in the early part of this season. But let's get into this first game against Spurs. This is going to be the lineup. So we've got Rakitic in goal. He came to me and said he wanted to play a few more games, so going to give him those few more games. So Christians will just take a step back just until the promise kind of goes, and then he'll come back in to the first side. Tellier at right back, Bocconi and Zagadou alongside Luis Enrique at left back. Again, I like to alternate those left back roles because they're both very, very good players, and just keeping them match sharp, match fit, and making sure they play enough football. In the middle, Teixeira, we've switched players around. Teixeira was the deep line playmaker, but we pushed him out as that box-to-box, and since we've done that, been very, very good. Lauritsen was that box-to-box. He's gone over to the advanced playmaker role, and Marquez has just dropped in to that deep line playmaker. Marin is going to start on that left-hand side, but as I said, Moise Kean is itching to get back into the fold, and Mbolo comes in on that right-hand side. We do have the likes of Edimar on the bench, who's in fantastic form for us so far this season, but against the big boys, I'd like to go with the strength of Mbolo. And then Fetty up top, 5 goals this season so far, been good for us, and him and Van der Hurst really are pushing each other to see who's going to start in the first 11. Van Zanten come back from injury, he'll be on the bench. We promise him get a few more games, so hopefully we'll give him some games just to get that match sharpness back up. Paul Davis, Meyer, Cook, Edimar, Keane and Van der Hurst. Let's get into this one against Spurs, hoping to go 13 points clear. Let's see how many Spurs players are still at the squad. Harry Kane still there, playing the player 3 at the back formation. Anybody else that's actually Dele Alli still here, but other than that, Davinson Sanchez as well, but other than that, the rest of them regens really, to be fair. 3 in the middle alongside us, but they're playing wing backs with Dave Azzopardi at left back for Spurs, with Dodo at right back, Beckles, Sanchez and Dimitrovic in goal, and that man Strahoza, who always has a very, very good game against us, so hopefully we'll beat him early on and have a comfortable game here. 6 minutes gone, Tellier back to Marquez, quick ball back to Tellier, bit of ball in, Marin's there, headers on goal and hits the crossbar and goes over. Early chance for Antonio Marin down that left hand side. He's had a few of those over the last few games and not put them away, and that's why we wanted Moise Keane back in the fold. 20 minutes gone, still 0-0. Diego Francisco get the ball in, and Rakovic comes out, claims really, really well, and he goes long, but it's a hurried clearance, and Renato's going to go back to Strahoza, who's trying to find Marin on that left hand side and just went a little bit quick, and they go long again, but Zagadou just knocks that down, and Luis Enrique plays the ball up to Teixeira, over the top to Fetiarp, and it falls back to Marin again, over on that right hand side to Embolo, drills the ball in, Fetiarp's there, Fetiarp scores. Lovely finish from the German, 6th goal of the season. Brilliant Embolo back in the team as well, and a fantastic finish. Little bit clunky in the middle, but when Marin got the ball out to Embolo, lovely ball over the top, Dave Azzopardi, and a great cross in to Fetiarp at the back post. 1-0 to Newcastle. And that will see us through to half-time, scoring just before half-time. Great time to score in any game, really, to be fair. Marin and Teixeira both picking up yellow cards. Need to make sure that we're all over that going forward. And Larison not playing the best game, nor is Luis Enrique. So I'm just going to say things are going well, but I know you're capable of even better. And then just get passionately say you weren't that bad. I believe you've got what it takes to improve. And let's get out there for the second half and hopefully score a few more goals. Diego Francisco again whipping that ball in from a free kick, and they go close. We've made 3 changes: Cook, Meyer and Keane on for Teixeira, Larison and Marin, and hopefully a little bit more firepower come on in this second half. Final 10 minutes now. Marquez back to Tellier, gets the ball into Meyer, open space to take a shot, and just wide from the German. He does love a long ranger, does Arnie Meyer. Corner, Tellier whipping that ball in, Fetiarp got some space and heads just wide. Changes have made a difference since they've come on, livened up the attack for us, which is what we want. And coming into the final few minutes now, Meyer tackling the midfielder, but loose touch from Brilliant Bolo, gets the ball back into Spurs feet, but again loose touch. Arp does a great move to get past his man, driving forward to Strahoza, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. Lovely movement from Fetiarp there, getting away from his man and driving forward, but couldn't put the ball away. Fetiarp again, ball at his feet, whipping that ball in, trying to find Brilliant Bolo at the back post, but Spurs get the ball clear. Dele Alli on for Spurs in the final few minutes, but it's not going to be enough. We have a really good win there against Spurs. Dominant performance from us. 17 shots, 11 on target. Not too much possession, but we got the 1-0 win. Fetiarp with the all-important goal. We now go on to Juventus, who come to St James's Park and hopefully wrap up the Champions League group stage. Here we go then, second game of the episode, and a few changes made, and it's mainly just to keep things fresh and give some boys some game time. And Rakovic stays in goal. Van Zanten comes in for Tellier at right back. Bilal comes in for Henrique at left back. Zagadou and Porcone obviously keep their places, as do the midfield 3. They don't change. Embolo keeps his place on right wing. Arp up top, and Moise Keane comes in for Marin at left wing. Just because Marin's played a lot of football with Moise Keane being injured. We also had Will Perry out injured and Edimar out injured recently as well. So lots of those boys have played a lot of football recently, so just changed it ever so slightly. On the bench, Tellier, Davis, Meyer, Cook, Edimar, Marin and Van der Hurst all on the bench if we need them. let's get into this one. Newcastle United versus Juve. With the corner, whip that ball in, can't find the man at the near post, and now Torres gets that ball past Marquez. He's in on goal, out to Vargas, one-on-one with Porcone. Marquez comes back and makes up for his mistake at their 18-yard line. Marquez again just flicks that ball on and finds Zagadou into Marquez, quickly and patiently being played. Lovely ball over the top to Fetiar, been on goal. Can he score? No. Rulli's there in goal for Juve, and it's a great save. Vargas with a free kick, whips that ball in, and we don't get it clear. We do finally, and only as far as Rugani. Out to Thomas again, cutting inside, goes for goal, and Rakitic pushes that round for a corner kick. Good game this one so far in the first 25 minutes. Both teams wanting to go for it. Vargas whipping that ball in, it's too long, and Figone just about to bring that ball under control, and Zagadou gets the clearance. Bilal whips that, throws the ball into our back to Bilal, whips the ball in, and Ebola the back post. Rulli again with a great save. Two he's made in the opening half an hour, keeping his side in it. Bilal in swinging corner this time to the back post. Fetiarp's there, falls to Lauritsen. Back to Fetiarp, finds a lovely half yard and shoots just over. We've absolutely dominated this game against Juve, just haven't put the ball in the back of the net. Bilal again, in swinger, Ebola near post, hits the crossbar, and Jose Paulo is going to get that ball clear. We've done everything but score in this match, a little bit like the Valencia game early on in the season, where we just couldn't put the ball past a very, very good goalkeeper. Just going to tell the guys, get back out there and grab that goal that we need to win this. And I'm just saying, there's a lot more to come from them. Go out there. I believe you've got what it takes. Moise Keane not having the best of the game because he's probably not Matt Sharp. He will probably need to come off, as will Van Zanten at some point. But let's get back out there and hopefully win this game. Bilal throws the ball in, trying to find Teixeira, and he does. Lovely touch from Teixeira and shoots again just wide. Don't have our shooting boots on again today. Hopefully we come again. Marquez, a ball away to Teixeira, trying to find a lovely shot. Hits Rulli, hits the post again, and just not managing to find this goal. Marin back out to Bilal, whips that ball in, finds Teixeira. Lauritsen on the edge, has to go back to Marquez. Lovely switch out to Tellier. Can he get the ball in? Find Van Hurst at the near post. He can, and it's a blatant chance to win this game. We come again. A bit like the first game against Juve, literally banging at the door, trying to get this win. Marin driving forward, and again the shot straight at Rulli. He's on a 7.9, probably the best rating I've ever seen on a goalkeeper at this in this stage of FM. Gonna go attacking for the final 5 minutes. Marin out swinging corner, can't find Van der Hurst at the back post. Rulli is gonna keep hold of the ball and fire long, and we need to get under that. Tellier does. Can he find Marin? No. João Cancelo out gets the ball out to Sir Bogota, and now Hughes back to João Cancelo, but Teixeira's there, snapping at the heels and getting the ball back for his team. Lauritsen as that advanced playmaker, lovely ball out to Van der Hurst. He scores! Van der Hurst finally breaks the deadlock. He gets the ball past Rulli in goal. His 7th goal of the season. A lovely ball over the top from Andreas Lauritsen. It was coming. It has been coming since the first whistle, and that's a great ball into the channel, and a lovely finish from Van der Hurst. 1-0 to Newcastle. Van der Hurst again from a free kick. Can he go get his second? No, he can't. Rulli is equal to it. Marquez tries to turn that one back out, and Rulli again makes the save. He's been fantastic for Juve in this game. 2 minutes left. Marin out swinging corner, finds Marquez and heads just over. We've absolutely battered Juve in this one, and should have been 3 or 4. Marin again in swinging corner. Marquez is going to mop that ball up, and can we go for a second? Porcone with players pressing him, having to go back to Tellier. Embolo nods that ball on, but only as far as Will Humes. Sobogota out on this right hand side, drives past Marquez, out to Vargas on the left hand side, but Tellier against his former club. Lovely tackle on the winger, and now he drives forward, sets up a counter attack. Marquez, can he get the ball out to this left hand side? He can. Bilal driving forward, finds Marin inside. Lovely turn from Marin, drives forward, and he finds a second goal. That was all Antonio Marin. And say we've had 2 seasons of him being slightly injury prone, and this season he's just started on absolute fire. Bilal, lovely little ball, and this turn here does his man with a little bit of movement, drives into the penalty box from about 12 yards out, just puts the ball past Rully. 2-0 to Newcastle. And there it is, full-time whistle goes. Newcastle 2, Juve 0. The only disappointment, Breland Bolo being injured in the final few seconds. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Van Zanten and Keane both not having the best of games, but they're not fully fit. Fetiarp on a 6.5, not great either. Van der Hurst coming off the bench, scoring the goal to win us the game, as did Antonio Marin. Let's see how long that injury is for Embolo. Hopefully it's not too long, but we do have Edimar. And we do have Will Perry. He's going to be out for 3 weeks. So Perry and Edimar are going to get a lot of game time in the next couple of weeks. That is it for today's episode. We will be back straight away. We're not gonna leave any of these games unturned. Liverpool and the North East derby, first North East derby of the season, will be coming out here tomorrow at 5:30. That is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then follow it up with ticking that bell icon so you're notified every time a video drops in your sub boxes. And until tomorrow, where we bring you Liverpool, probably our biggest rival in this series so far, and Sunderland. The North East derby is back in the Premier League. I'll see you soon.